The Las Vegas Golden Knights are the most recent Stanley Cup champions, winning it all in the 2023 postseason. And their championship rings recently got revealed, and I thought to myself, my Stanley Cup rings video is outdated, so I guess I have to make a new one, considering that you guys absolutely love the latest one, getting about 110,000 views. Feel free to watch that video, but now you have no need to, as I just finished making this brand new video that includes their brand new championship ring. The history of the NHL reward is very confusing, as last video I mentioned that before 1980, they would rotate different award styles given out. For example, some years they give out championship rings, but other years they give out cufflinks, pendants, watches, and even in some cases television sets. So similar to last video, I decided to make this ring cutoff 1980, because since 1980, that is when NHL championship rings have officially become a permanent staple. So unlike last year's video where we had 42 rings to rank, this year we have 43. Also, feel free to watch my various other rings videos. You guys love watching these and I love making them. So feel free to check those out. And also just feel free to check out my channel in general. If you enjoy sports, I know you'll enjoy my channel because I cover all major sports leagues and I upload twice a week. So you guys will never be short of fresh content. With all that out of the way, thank you guys for clicking on today. And let's get into ranking these 43 NHL championship rings. Placing last once again at 43, we have the 1984 Oilers ring. Pretty much just the most simplistic design you'll find. The simple Oilers color in the background with a diamond in the center is just a standard ring design. At 42, we have the 1981 Islanders ring. Their second ring in a row, hence the two diamonds in the center, but once again, very simplistic design. At number 41, we have the 1987 Oilers ring. 3 diamonds in the center represent the 3 Stanley Cups they've won in a 4-year span, and you can see on the side of the ring they also have the Stanley Cups with the years on them. Besides that, I wish there was some color implemented, but a decent design overall. At 40, we have the Islanders 80 ring. I actually prefer this ring to their 81 ring just due to the beautiful border. I mean, the texture looks great and the font is beautiful, as well as the diamond surrounded by the diamond-shaped box. At 39, we have the Penguins 92 ring. Obviously, the 2 diamonds in the center because that is their second Stanley Cup they won in a row, but I like the additional border details with all the little diamonds representing the stands. At 38, we have another Oilers ring, and this is their 1990 ring. The major bragging rights of having 5 diamonds in the center, obviously their 5 Stanley Cup victories, but it follows the simple design that we've seen from other rings where it's just the gold background and the white diamonds scattered throughout. At 37, we continue with the Oiler rings, and this is the 1988 ring. This is when they had 4 Stanley Cup victories, but I also enjoy more the kaleidoscope design that they have in the center with just all these diamonds intertwining. Let's have another Oilers ring. At number 36, we have the 1985 ring. I don't know why they went away from the approach of signifying how many Stanley Cup rings they have by diamonds in the center, but I will say this is the best looking diamond we've seen so far, as the diamond in the center is spectacular. I wish there was some color though. At number 35, we have the 1982 Islanders ring. The 3 Stanley Cup diamonds go straight down the center, and I'm not really sure what the design is in the center of the ring, but I will say it looks very nice and the craftsmanship is pretty good on this ring. At number 34, we have their very next ring, their 1983 ring. So now they obviously have their 4 Stanley Cups, and clearly the 4 diamonds in the center look great. The organization, I love the black background, and I just like the circular shape of this ring overall. At number 33, we finally see a logo implemented on the ring. We have the 1995 Devils ring. For its time, it's not really a great ring, but it is better than the rings previously mentioned, as we do have the New Jersey Devils logo crafted in the center. At 32, we have a ring that follows the same principle. This is the 1989 Flames ring. I just think overall the design is slightly sharper, it does it a little bit better, and I like the bigger diamonds that actually surround the logo itself. I also like the random scattered arrangement of diamonds around the ring as well. At number 31, we have the 1993 Canadiens ring. The Stanley Cup in the center features beautiful craftsmanship, but I do wish that there was some diamonds filling out the background around it, but the diamonds surrounding the outside border make up for it. Not to mention the absurd flex of the Stanley Cup in the center featuring 24 diamonds, which represents the 24 Stanley Cups that the Canadiens won at this point. Cracking the top 30, we have the Rangers 1994 ring. The diamond array in the background is beautifully covered by the Rangers text going across in the Rangers blue. I wish they did have the Rangers logo on here, but considering that logos weren't really a common theme back then, the text is a good substitute. At 29, we have another Canadiens ring, and this is their 1986 ring. You have the Canadiens logo beautifully filled with diamonds in the center, and they're once again at it with the major flex with 23 rings, signifying their 23 Stanley Cups in the middle of the C and the H. Wish there was some color, but this ring is great. At number 28, we have the 1998 Red Wings ring. I love the Red Wings logo in the center, it's well crafted, and the color just pops off against the silver background of the ring, and the rest of the ring is filled with diamonds. A simple design, but it gets the job done. At number 27, we have the 1996 Avalanche ring. For being crafted in 1996, the logo is actually one of the more designed logos you'll see during this time. However, they really just used all their skill points, you could say, into the logo, as the rest of the ring kind of lacks in design, but I will say just the smooth red background representing their color is nice. At number 26, we have the New Jersey Devils ring from 2000. Now, I actually really enjoy this ring as the beautiful ruby layered Devils logo pops up against the all silver background of the ring. And I also like how the diamonds are arranged in kind of a grid design. It's really different from what we see on most of these rings, and I like how they went for a different approach, and it looks really good in my opinion. Some people don't really like the blocky nature of this ring, but for me, it's a winner. At number 25, we have the 2007 Ducks ring. A beautifully detailed Stanley Cup trophy in the background, and the Ducks logo over it looks pretty nice. I wish there was some more color throughout, and the ring wasn't so blocky as it appears, but overall, I like the font. Everything else is pretty solid. At the next three placements, we have all of these whiteout rings that don't really feature any color, so they will be placing back to back. And starting that off at number 24, we have the Red Wings 2008 ring. The detail on this ring is actually really good for its age, but you couldn't bother to put any color on it whatsoever, not even a slight tint of red. Color is the only thing stopping this ring from being much higher on this list, so I wish they implemented it, but if you are going off of design and craftsmanship, it is pretty good. At number 23, we have an extremely similar ring, and that is the 2010 Blackhawks ring. Pretty much everything I said with the last ring applies with this ring, except I just tend to like the overall design a bit better. And at 22, rounding out these whiteout rings, we have another Blackhawks ring, and that is their 2015 ring. Once again, same principles apply with the no color, however, just the design is the best, also due to the fact that it is the newest. The logo in the center looks great, and I love the layered diamonds circling around it. It has that modern ring design, but just with no color. At 21, we have a ring that has aged very well, and this is the 1997 Red Wings ring. Now, even though design is much more simplistic than the rings that we just saw, the inclusion of that beautiful red color is really what propels this above the past rings. The logo in the center looks really good as well. It's simple, it's a small convenient ring to put on, and it looks good. We are now entering our top 20, and starting off the top 20, we have the 1999 Stars ring. Now, this ranks much lower than I put it in my last video. I don't know what I saw in this ring last video that maybe put it top 12. It's still a great ring, but not to that extent. The detail is actually pretty low on this ring besides the beautiful vibrant star in the center, but the diamonds are scattered out nicely throughout, and I feel like 20 is a good spot to have it. At number 19, we have another whiteout ring, and this is the Bruins 2011 ring. Now, I would group this ring with all the other pure white rings, except there is some gold color on the siding of the rings, and overall, the actual design is one of the best ring designs that we see ever. If there was color, this would be a top 5 ring for sure, but you can't expect to be in the top 10 without displaying any color. At 18, we have another ring that aged marvelously, and this is the Penguins ring from 1991. Very simple, small, but convenient. It's really all a ring should be, and the Penguins logo looks really nice in the center of it. This definitely was ahead of its time for the time it came out. At number 17, we have the New Jersey Devils ring from 2003. You have the beautiful red Devils logo in the center, and I really like the black ring of diamonds around that. Also, the rest of the diamonds around the ring are layered really well. The border looks great. It's just an overall clean ring. At number 16, we have the 2002 Red Wings ring. Once again, the Red Wings logo is looking great here, and the Stanley Cup behind it as well. They keep going with this simple approach that I feel like all Red Wings rings kind of follow, but this rightfully is the best Red Wings ring to date. At number 15, we have the 2001 Avalanche ring. The detail of the logo and all the layers are simply amazing. They really didn't have to go all out like they did, but they crafted the logo using 3 separate colored diamonds. You have the blue diamond ring around the center mountain. The mountain itself is, of course, the normal red Avalanche logo, and they even took the time to make the hockey puck black diamonds. This is a very well done ring, and they even have a dark blue little background behind the logo. At number 14, we have the Hurricanes 2006 ring. The Stanley Cup in the center, as always, is beautifully designed, but I really like the neat touch of the actual Hurricanes logo wrapping around the Stanley Cup. It gives it a cool look, kind of an illusion, but at the same time, not really. But I will say the logo is done very well here, and super crafty implementation. At number 13, we have the 2009 Penguins ring. Once again, the same approach of the Stanley Cup in the background with the logo over the front, but I will say the Penguins logo is looking very good here, and I really like the text that they use on the outside. It's a little more of a bulky ring, but it works out well. At number 12, we have another Penguins ring, and this is their 2017 ring. Now, there's some aspects I love about this ring and some others not so much. First of all, this ring is beautifully stuffed to the brim with diamonds. Second of all, the penguin in the center looks really nice. My slight complaints that don't put this ring any higher are the way that they indicate the amount of Stanley Cup championships they have. They replace the penguin's eye with number 5, obviously representing their 5 Stanley Cup championships, which I feel like is a bit of an odd place to put it. I understand that it's kind of the shape of the eye itself, but it just looks really odd and out of touch. Another thing is that this is one of those oversimplified rings that doesn't feature any borders, which I feel like every ring kind of needs a border just to keep it all structured and looking nice. But that being said, the overall design is what puts it up here. At number 11, just missing out on the top 10, we have the 2016 Penguins ring. Now, I think this is a bit better. It's bordered a little better. The layers are nice with the circle going around the penguin. And I like how they actually made the penguin black instead of just the white out design. It puts a little more color on the front of this ring. And they don't have the number 5 over the penguin eye, which I feel like was really a distraction on the last ring. It just corrects the little things, even though it was made previously. And I think it's slightly better. We have now entered our top 10 rings, and kicking off our top 10, we have the 2012 Kings ring. Now, while there isn't any vibrant color on the Kings ring, it's because obviously their color scheme is just black and white. So I can't really take points off that, and in my opinion, the black and white looks sick as well just on its own. So it really makes no difference that much to me. That being said, this is one of the more detailed Stanley Cups you'll see out of all these rings. The logo in the center is beautiful, with the crown that sticks out on the bottom part of their badge. It's a super organized, symmetrical, and just visually pleasing ring overall. At number 9, we have the 2021 Lightning ring. Now, I think the Tampa Bay Lightning actually have the best collection of rings in the league, as all 3 of them are just so visually satisfying. This one will place last out of the 3 just due to the fact that it is kind of a whiteout ring, and the fact that there isn't too much bordering going on. But no matter what, the blue sapphire coloring on all 3 of their rings look absolutely amazing, and I do enjoy how this ring opens up and reveals the badge that just has some text that shows how they have won back-to-back Stanley Cup championships. It looks awesome, but don't worry, Lightning fans, you still have 2 more rings that will place much higher on this list. At number 8, we have the other LA Kings ring, and this is their 2014 ring. I absolutely love the creativity of this ring, and they took a brave move of making the entire shape of this ring the outline of the Kings logo. But man, does it work out really good in my opinion. A little bit of a mixed reaction on this one, but personally I love it, as it takes a break from the repetitive design of all these circular rings with the same shape and fixture. We get a breath of fresh air, and on the plus side, I just love the absolute color scheme. Even though it's a basic black and white, the way they alternate these colors throughout the ring just makes it look so visually appealing. Like, this is just eye candy for me to look at right now. And not to mention, the crown looks beautiful on the actual logo itself. An awesome ring. At number 7, we have the 2013 Blackhawks ring. The beautiful Blackhawks logo in the center looks great, and I love the rings that have the design of the layered diamonds going in a circle around the logo. In this case, you have the maroon colored diamonds, and they look absolutely beautiful. The sides of the ring are nice and colorful as well. And this really is just the textbook definition of a top 10 NHL ring, just due to how the design is beautiful and the coloring helps complement it really well. Very similarly, at number 6, we have the 2018 Capitals ring. It follows a very similar design to the previous ring. I love how the Capitals logo is designed in the center. It looks great, along with the ruby circle going around that, and the gold siding and text. All 3 colors are juggled perfectly within this ring, and they all complement each other really well, leading to, once again, just another very visually satisfying ring. We are entering the best of the best rings. This is the top 5, and at number 5, we have the second to last recent ring. This is the Avalanche 22 ring. Spectacularly crafted. The logo in the center looks great, with the Stanley Cup behind it. You have the dark red outline of rubies going around the side of the ring, obviously representing their primary color, but you also have the font Stanley Cup Champions backed by their secondary blue color. Also, what's cool is the presentation of this ring came with a box that once you opened up the box, the ring was directly in the center, and it played in the box a highlight reel of the best moments from that season. It's a very clever gimmick. Sadly, it doesn't really add any points to this ring ranking, as it's not the ring itself, but I just thought it was a cool detail that they threw in there. Easily one of the best rings in the NHL. At number 4, we have the latest ring. This is the 2023 Las Vegas Golden Knights ring. So first of all, the front of the ring itself visually looks really awesome. The Golden Knights logo looks amazing in the center with the black shield behind it. That allows the logo to better separate itself from the rest of the ring, which looks very nice as well. The gold coloring is beautifully presented here, and on the ring around the logo there are 16 stars, which represent the 16 playoff victories. Not to mention, on the side of the ring there is the Vegas skyline connected by the mottos Vegas Born and Always Advance. Definitely a really cool touch, but as we're seeing from different rings across all major sports leagues, there's a new gimmick where you take off the cover and it can be used as a pendant, and the interior of the ring contains a little miniature version of the arena the team plays in, and we do see this ring implemented, and it looks really well done here. There's a miniature T-Mobile arena in the center with the rink right in the middle, and as you can see on the rink, there are 9 little spots which indicate the 9 goals scored in the cup clinching Game 5. I love these little touches and Easter eggs that just add so much more character to these rings, and they did a really good job with this ring. At number 3, we have an amazing ring that aged like a fine wine. This is the 2004 Lightning ring. Even in decades past, Lightning rings still looked amazing. Now this ring actually has the best Stanley Cup out of all of them. The beautiful blue coloring inside the cup is amazing, representing obviously the Lightning's color, the lightning bolt on the front of the Stanley Cup, the grid-like formatting on the outside of the ring with the stacked diamonds looks great, and I like how the text is put in a different spot than you usually see on a ring. They went for a different approach, and man did it succeed. In this ring, creativity absolutely trumped how old it is. The second best ring in the NHL is another Tampa Bay Lightning ring, and we have their 2020 ring. Just straight up eye candy. Stanley Cup is magnificently done. It's one of the better Stanley Cups that we see on any ring, but the beauty here is just the overload of blue sapphires. Maybe I'm biased considering blue is my favorite color, but just the design shaping as well as the placement of these sapphires is amazing. You have the outside ring, and then you have the ring over the Stanley Cup with the Tampa Bay Lightning bolt in the center that is also filled with sapphires. The text on the siding of the ring is once again backed with sapphires as it encircles the entire perimeter of the ring. Not to mention it has the neat touch of flipping the Stanley Cup sideways so you can see the black diamond representing a hockey puck. Just simply amazing, but it's a shame that it is not the best ring because the best NHL ring is the 2019 St. Louis Blues ring. Now I said this last video, but as a Boston Bruins fan, it absolutely pains me to put this at number 1, but I have to give credit where credit is due. This ring is marvelous. Now this ring actually doesn't have any gimmicks. It doesn't open up, it doesn't flip over, the top isn't rotatable. No, it's just one of the simply best looking rings out of all major sports. The way that the blue sapphire in the middle just pops out against the wonderfully designed Stanley Cup Championship trophy. Not to mention it is bordered beautifully by gold. The text surrounding the Stanley Cup, once again backed by blue, but the text itself is gold. The sides of this ring look amazing, as they even took time to have the detail of the St. Louis Blues team on the side of the ring. On the other side of the ring, you can see the St. Louis icon, the St. Louis arch, with music notes flowing in between it, obviously representing the St. Louis Blues. This is the best correlation of colors I've seen on the ring, one of the best logos, probably honestly the best logo I've seen on a ring. And the rest of the ring, including the sides, are beautifully done as well. It's the best rounded ring that we see in the NHL. And with all these factors combined, that is why I believe that the St. Louis Blues 2019 Stanley Cup ring is the best ring in NHL history. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the new Golden Knights ring, as well as your rankings of these rings as a whole. The Golden Knights ring just recently came out, so I'm still interested to see your fresh opinions and your reactions to it. What do you think? Do you like the gimmicks on it? Let me know in the comments. Also, make sure to check out my channel as a whole. Like I said earlier, if you like sports, you will like my channel. That is a guarantee. So feel free to check that out. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Heaps video.